Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Spider-Man from 2002.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Critics are calling Spider-Man absolutely amazing, unforgettable, wondrous to behold. 4 stars, thumbs up. Pure spun gold. Spider-Man is an action-packed blast. It's incredible. You have to see this movie to believe it. Spider-Man, rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Spider-Man stars Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, or is it Kristen Dunst? I don't know. James Franco, Willem Dafoe, Cliff Robertson, Rosemary Harris, J.K. Simmons, and is directed by Sam Raimi. So here we are, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. And I guess we could also now discuss the plot of this movie, which, I guess if you don't know the story about Spider-Man, then you really haven't been reading too much comics. So the plot involves a high schooler by the name of Peter Parker. He's really nerdy, introverted, everything. Peter Parker in this movie portrayed by Tobey Maguire. And eventually he gets bitten by a radioactive spider that grants him superpowers, and he dons the persona of Spider-Man. That's basically it, and he fights off a villain. So what did I like about this movie? It's really well paced, actually. In fact, it kind of moved fast, but it did know when to take its time for character stuff. And yeah, it didn't felt like a chore, really, honestly, me rewatching it. If you want to see me watch the movie, I'm going to be also uploading a Movie Night Madness segment of this film. So, again, if you want to see me, want to watch me watch this movie, watch along with me, check out that video when I get it up. So honestly, Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker and Spider-Man is probably my second favorite actor to portray the character. Honestly, I think Tom Holland does a lot better job. But it's I still think Tobey Maguire does a really good job, especially with the Peter Parker role. He plays this nerdy, introverted kid really well, high schooler. I will say he doesn't do, I think he does that really well. I think he has a really good chemistry with James Franco as Harry Osborn. They two have really good chemistry. You really do buy that they're really good friends. Also, there's Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin. I think he does a really good job as Norman Osborn. As the Green Goblin, it's a bit too cheesy for me. Let's just say with that. He does a really good job as Norman Osborn, but he's a bit too cheesy as the Green Goblin. It really didn't help with the costume he was given. Which, here's the thing, actually, I do know, I've seen the original costume designs for the Green Goblin in this movie. In fact, they were even going to have, an animatronic, have the whole mask be animatronic / makeup. And it looked really good, actually. In fact, I think it looked better than what they ended up going with. So, also some of the effects look cool, especially the spider sense effects in some parts. Some of the stuff with him swinging around. Oh, another cast member we gotta talk about, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. Honestly, I think out any of these films, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson is probably one of the best casting choices ever made. He nails the part, and honestly, I really didn't miss him in that part, especially after knowing that they're no longer continuing that specific story, especially after Spider-Man 3, since that bombed, so but we'll get to that film later down the line. What did I not like about it? The dialogue. I think the dialogue is not that good. I mean, the story is very well paced and really well put together. The dialogue, not so much. It's very cheesy, I will say. There were certain lines that kind of made me cringe, like, ugh. Um, Also, like, some of the acting is not that good at times. I would say the one that doesn't, like, actor, like, the one person who doesn't act the best as far as the main cast in this movie is Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson. Yeah, there's especially a lot of cheesy lines with her. I felt like there was not so much real chemistry. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I'm not sure what kind of chemistry they really have, to be honest. Um, yeah, also, most of the effects don't really look good, honestly. It's really dated. Uh, yeah, it really does look like you're watching the video game instead of the movie, which I have played the video games to this movie. Like, I played Spider-Man 2002 video game, like, movie game for PS2. Honestly, I think the game was better than the movie, actually, in some aspects, so I give that recommendation for gameplay. Oh, I forgot another positive. Danny Elfman's score for this movie is amazing. Uh, in fact, honestly, I bet, like, it's, like, his score throughout all three films, I know Christopher Young came in for Spider-Man 3, but it's still basically Danny Elfman's original score, and probably the best Spider-Man score out of the entire franchise. Which I was hoping that if they were to pay tribute to stuff with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy in the MCU, I really wanted to hear even like their own version of especially the main title theme. That just that would have been awesome. But they didn't. But they did pay tribute to the Sam Raimi trilogy in one way in Far From Home. I'm going to touch on that in my upcoming spoiler-filled review for that, so, but yeah, overall, I think overall, I really did enjoy this movie. I have noticed some problems with it, and it does seem dated. Yeah, it seems dated. It's not really timeless, so, but it's still a fun, cheesy movie you could pop in, and at least its own self-contained movie. I mean, I kind of miss those days where it's like, superhero movies and just movies in general just could be their own self-contained movies and not have to have, like, spin-off sequels or cinematic universes. Yeah, I kind of miss those times, so I'm going to give Spider-Man a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's still a pretty fun movie, but there are a lot of cheese factor in there that is even something that's really cringeworthy. Some of the acting is hit or miss, and some of the acting is over the top, especially with Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. But I mean, some of the effects are pretty good. Like, there's some few visual cues that are pretty good. The story's paced really well, like I said. But yeah, if you guys have not seen this movie, go check it out. It was the very first Spider-Man movie to be on the big screen, so yeah, go check it out, definitely, if you have not seen it. I actually seen the Sam Raimi trilogy in the theater So this is pretty nostalgic to me. And like I said, this video was requested by Robbie Clark. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him, actually. He does really good content, actually. I'll put his link in the video below. He wants me to eventually review all the Spider-Man movies from this one to Spider-Man Far From Home, which I've already reviewed Spider-Man Far From Home and going to be doing a spoiler-filled review soon. So I just need to do Spider-Man 2 through Venom and Into the Spider-Verse. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.